Actually, we came here, just a moment, we came here for the 2016 Grand Prix. Now I'm giving it to Patrick to speak. Now we are at the starting point.
Now we are still on the starting grid. Okay, this is where the pole position sitter sits. This is the starting line, and this is where you go. The cars accelerate from 0 to 120 kilometers an hour in about 2.5 seconds. And they come to the famous Saint-Devote corner, which is the place of many crashes every year. And this is normally the track goes over there, but we cannot do that, so we're coming to the inside. This is actually the pit exit, and then you go up the famous Beau Rivage hill, which is taken as fast as you can go. You get to the top of the hill at about 250 kilometers an hour before going into the casino corner. And many times the cars that crash in the Saint-Devote, they just end up crawling all the way up to here, and then they have to push them into the side right here. This is the famous Source building, and as you go into the casino corner, this has been the place of many crashes. Sterling Moss, for example, crashed his van wall in 1957 right here. Barrichello, about 6-7 years ago, crashed his Williams right here. This is a very tough corner where the cars go as fast as they can. And then you drive normally around the other side, but we're going to follow the road so that you would go straight here. But here we're going in front of the casino, so we are not following exactly the track. We're going past the Café de Paris, and we catch up the track on the other side of the barriers right here. But the cops are stopping us. No, now the cops have let us go, thank you. So we turn, now we are back on the track. We go down the casino, and we're going towards Mirabeau, which is one of the toughest corners, where Nico Rosberg blocked Hamilton about 2 years ago and caused Hamilton to start the race second and basically lose it. This is a corner that has seen many crashes, to include Hamilton, who crashed right here in practice 4 years ago. We go down towards the famous Fairmont corner, which has seen also a series of crashes, to include Kimi Raikkonen last year when there was a restart of the race. He was run into and got a flat tire. But here is the slowest corner in Formula One of the entire season. It is taken at 30 miles an hour. Down, you go down towards Portier. This is the turn here where Michael Schumacher crashed in the first lap of the race in 1997 when he was racing for Ferrari. Then you go into the Portier itself, where Ayrton Senna crashed in 1986 when he slid over the manhole cover and crashed while he was leading the race with over 30 seconds advantage. And this is the famous tunnel where the cars go up to 320 kilometers an hour under the road right here. And again, this tunnel has been the scene of many crashes, to include Montoya. When he was driving for Formula One, he was an expert in crashing in this tunnel. Then you go towards the chicane, and now you're only 200 meters. At this time you're still going 300 and plus kilometers an hour, 150 meters, and you get to 100 meters, and with carbon brakes you start braking probably right here, so you can take that turn that's coming at about 50 kilometers an hour. This is the site of the crash of Wendlinger, who terminated his career here. We go over the chicane right here. This is where Lorenzo Bandini crashed in the 1967 Grand Prix of the 7th of May, where his Ferrari flipped over, and he is the last driver to die in Monaco.
Wow.
You go up the straightaway here at about 200 kilometers an hour towards the Tobacconist Corner. The Tobacconist Corner is very famous because in 1955 it allowed Fangio to win when he had not been able to start the race properly. He came here and all the cars had piled up because the waves had come over the road. He saw it and he was able to work his way through and win the race because actually it took an entire lap to clear the track.
By the way, on the side, on the left side, there are all
going into the
yachts.
Swimming pool turns 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the scene of more crashes on this racetrack than any other turns because people try to go as fast as they can and there are 4 very tight corners that people miss.
Automobile Club as well.
And then this is the last turn right here on the left. Above us is the pit lane with the names of the drivers already written on them.
Yes, but it's in the evening so we don't see it.
And you go onto this little straight right here and you go into the famous Rascasse corner where Schumacher, when he was still driving Ferrari and trying to qualify, pretended to crash so that he would prevent Alonso to get the pole position from him, and he was sent to the back of the grid. And here we come. Here this is a scene of many crashes as well. Very tight corner, very difficult to take. And you go back up the street and on the right hand side is the pit entrance, which we cannot take tonight obviously, and we follow the gasworks corner right here back to the starting line. This is where the DRS starts during the race, and if you were starting the race last, you would be starting from right here and you would be 22 cars behind the leader of the race, who would start about where the car in front of us is. Right here on the left hand side you have the Prince booth where the Prince sits during the race, and you are back to the starting line and you have completed the track of the racetrack of Monaco.
Yes, thank you very much, Patrick Faure. This is Didar Arslan reporting from Monaco with the help of Patrick Faure.